Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to the Trade Decorator Festival. It's our final day of the show live today, but everything we've been doing since the 15th of February is available to watch on catch up on our website trade-decorator.co.uk. You can watch every session that we've done as a replay and you can still join in the competitions. Welcome to everybody that's over on Facebook watching. If you'd like to come and join us, we will be joined a little later in the session by Gary Simmons from Repair Care for a live Q&A. And in order to join in that session, you will need to click the link on Facebook and come across over here to Crowdcast. So welcome everybody in the session this morning. What we're going to be doing, well, we've got a training session with Repair Care and we're looking at their timber resin repair system. In the video we're going to cover dosing and mixing of a 2-pack filler and Repair Care's Dry Flex SF and Dry Flex 4. I'm going to be looking at shaping and finishing of small and bigger repairs using Repair Care and 2-pack fillers, and looking at the flexibility and brittleness comparing Repair Care with 2-pack fillers, and sanding the products and applying pigment as well. So there's quite a lot coming up in this session. If you want to comment as you go along, fantastic. If you do have any questions, can you wait until Gary joins us and put your questions in the Q&A part of the show so that we don't miss anything. So let's have a look at the training and I'll see you all in a little while.
Repair Care International are a global leader in providing quality products for joinery repairs. Repair Care stands for Total Solutions for Sustainable Timber Restoration and Maintenance. In this video we will be looking at the differences between 2-part polyester fillers and Repair Care's SF, which is a fine surface filler, and Repair Care's Flex 4. We will be comparing the differences between dosing and mixing, shaping and finishing, both small repairs and larger repairs, taking a look at flexibility, applying pigments, and then sanding and finishing. When using the 2-part filler, you need a golf ball size of the filler to a pea size of the hardener or catalyst. Make sure when you're mixing the 2-pack that you fully incorporate the hardener. When using 2-pack fillers you need to work really quickly as you only have an open time of 2 to 3 minutes. When you place the knife into the filler and lift it up, you can see how the fibres slump. You can see here when applying the filler to these 4 small holes, the filler drags out of the back of the hole that you're putting into. A better technique would be to start from the middle of each hole and work outwards. When using 2-pack fillers you really do need to work quickly. The product will start to drag when it's starting to go off. Using this slicing technique doesn't work. It could be because the filler is too deep and hasn't been built up in stages, or the filler is already starting to cure and go off. As you can see here, because the fillers are difficult to shape and they have some slump to them, it's very difficult to get a sharp edge. This will have to be achieved when sanding and refinishing. When you have finished with the filler, make sure you put the lid on tightly and keep the hardness safe. Because of the design of two-part fillers, quite often you will find that there's filler on the lids. Just make sure you work cleanly. And finally, the second two-pack filler against the SF product, and again you can quite clearly see there's a lot of pit marks in this which will need some further work doing to it. As I said previously, if you can feel the repair, you'll be able to see the repair once it's been painted. Adding pigment to fillers can be a useful technique. I know we can buy many different coloured fillers in the UK, but sometimes you'll have a difficult colour to match, and being able to add pigment to it is a useful tip. But as you can see here, the filler and the pigment don't mix particularly well together. As you can see here, two-pack fillers are very difficult to clean up, especially on a board like this. You'd be better off using some cardboard or even an onion board. We are now going to do the same repairs, but this time using Repair Care's Dry Flex SF. SF is a super finish that can be used from 0 to 30 degrees. You can use it up to 7mm deep and is fully cured in 30 minutes. Because of our unique 2-in-1 cartridge system, you get exactly the right amount of the A and B component. This means there is absolutely no waste. Cleaning up with the SF is very simple. Just clear off any excess from the top of the cap, pop the cap back on, and then you're ready to go for the next repair. Due to our colour control mixing, it's very easy to tell when both components have been drawn together and you have a streak-free mix. When testing the slump resistance of SF, it's clear to see that the fibres are standing proud and not falling over. This means there'll be no slump in the repair that you do. When applying the SF, push the SF deep into the little holes and then use the flat of the knife to smooth off. This will do two things. It will give you a proud finish, but unlike the 2-pack filler, you can see it hasn't pulled out of the back of the hole. When building up this larger repair, we use a buttering in technique. This is putting a small layer of the SF directly onto the timber. This ensures really good contact. Once the resin has been applied in this manner, then you can start to build the repair up and then start to shape it. When shaping the repair, apply pressure into the repair with a knife upstanding at around 90 degrees, always applying pressure back into the repair. Using this shaping technique leaves the resin slightly proud, giving you something to sand down, but also gives you an incredibly sharp edge. Cleaning is also much easier using our Easy Q wipes. You can see here from the 3 products used, the Dryflex SF has given you a much cleaner and sharper repair. The SF also takes a pigment incredibly well. This is useful if you're having to match a hardwood or a dark wood where you're applying a stain afterwards. Now we're going to do a much larger repair using the 2-pack filler. You still need the same ratio, a golf ball of the filler and a pea of the hardener, and mix it up well. Again, making sure you work quickly or the product will start to drag. When doing large repairs using 2-pack filler, you'd be much better off building it up in stages, a few millimetres at a time. With this much product on your mixing plate, the 2-pack filler is going to go off incredibly quickly, making it very difficult to shape, and you will also get slump with the repair as well. When shaping the 2-pack filler, you will need to leave it proud because it will shrink and it will slump slightly. We are now going to do the same large repair, but this time using Repair Care Flex 4. Flex 4 can be used up to 20mm deep. You have an open time of about 20 minutes and is fully cured in 4 hours at 20 degrees. Put the cartridges into our dosing gun. This gives you an accurate amount of the A and an accurate amount of the B component. With the Flex 4, it's a 3:1 ratio. When mixing the Flex 4, again you have different coloured components, so it's easy to tell when you have a complete mix and there's no streaks. Before you apply the dry flex, you have to put a coat of our dry fix. This is a wood stabilizer, so this brings any damaged fibres that have been caused when routing out. It fixes them all together. It also gives a better substrate for the flex to sit into. When applying the dry fix, look at the backs of the tubes and you will find calibration marks. The correct amount of product is 1 calibration mark of the A component and 1 calibration of the B component. Mix it up for a few seconds in your cup and then using a brush apply a thin layer into the areas of the repair that you're going to apply dry fix to. When shaping the repair, always keep the knife at around 90 degrees, applying pressure back into the repair. To finish the repair, lay it on the sill and follow the bull nose around. You can also, once you've done that, is put a small line to indicate the joint between the sill and the stile. And finally, the two repairs next to one another. You can quite clearly see how the Flex 4 has given you a better finish with very little sanding to do. With the 2-pack filler, there's still quite a lot of work to do, sanding it back, and then it will need another fill and another sand before it's ready to paint. As a rule of thumb, if you can feel the repair, you will see the repair once it's been painted. You can see here how well the Flex 4 takes a pigment. This is really good for when you're trying to match a hardwood sill or even trying to do a brick repair. Here we can see how flexible or elastic the Flex 4 is. This is really important because as the window frames expand and contract in different temperatures and different humidities, you need your filler or your Flex product to move with the timber, 2-pack and eventually fail. When using these types of fillers, don't overwork them, and you'll need to leave them proud so there's something for you to sand down. When sanding down the SF, all we want to do is take the top layer off. We're not trying to shape it or anything like that at this point. We're just taking the top layer off to give ourselves a key for the paint or the stain. We can do this by the modelling techniques that we used to shape the resin. And finally, the second 2-pack filler against the SF product, and again you can quite clearly see there's a lot of pit marks in this which will need some further work doing to it. as I said previously, if you can feel the repair, you'll be able to see the repair once it's been painted. Thank you for your attention today, and I hope you found this video useful. For any more information on our product range, services, or how to become one of our trained contractors, please visit our website at www.repair-care.co.uk.
Welcome back, everybody. That was a fantastic session there from Repair Care, showing the difference between 2-pack fillers and the Repair Care timber resin repair system. We are going to be joined in this session live with Gary Simmons for a Q&A, so that you can put your questions to Gary. We have got a great competition launching as well in this session, where you could win a level 1 training course for when we're back able to train, or a Repair Care sustainer with metal knives, or a Repair Care metal knife set. So that's 3 great prizes that can be won in this Repair Care session. If you are still watching us over on Facebook and you'd like to ask Gary any questions, hit the link in the Facebook post and come and join us. And you can also enter our competition. And there's a button beneath me on the screen that I need you all to press. It says join Q&A, and if you could press that now, follow the instructions through onto the next screen. I'll do a quick mic check with Gary and we will join you in a couple of minutes. Thank you.